tebakyavuba empuuta bazibajjako mukene tebamuvuba nga bawoza nti mukene ono muto naye bavuba enkolongo zennyini ezitakkirizibwa ng'ate enkolongo kyekimu ku byennyanja ebivubibwa sizoni. Enkolongo ento tevaayo kujja mu mazzi givuba, enkolongo ejja mu mazzi enkolongo eba etuuse naye byonna yebajjeeko. Obutimba buno bumenya amateeka bwe bakwatira abantu buyitawo okujja otuuka ku bantu baffe. Kitegeeza gavumenti yaffe teyambye bavubi bano bateekateeka kimala. Omulanga gwengenda eri gavumenti okutuyamba eteekereteekere abavubi bano ekimala. Okubayimiriza nga tebabudde kye balina kukola kituufu tekirina kikigenda kujjawo, wabula okubayimiriza nga yebayimiriza n'ebitongole oba kampani ezireeta obutimba obwo muno mu ggwanga. Amaato gabalina agamu gakkirizibwa okuvuba mu mateeka gegizaabwe naye nago bagagaana olw'ensonga nti baagala abantu be babeerako ku maato ago nga bavuba ku nnyanja. Nsaba gavumenti ejja amagye gavumenti ejja amagye ku nnyanja abantu basobole okweyagalira mu kuvuba, kuba gavumenti gyekomye kubanga ekyakumidde amagye ku nnyanja. Amagye tegakyakuuma nnyanja wabula gagiyambako kubba. Bwe bakwata obwennyanja ate bennyini bwe babutunda, bwe bakwata obwennyanja n'amaani babukweka, kuba omuntu akwasisa amateeka toyinza kukwata bwennyanja ate n'obutunda.
Saana okuvuba tetuvubira ddala mukene, naye ate ekikwewuunyisa abasirikale bo nga bo be bamwevubira. Era nina obukakafu nti waliwo ekitimba ekyo ekya kokota nga musirikale yakivuba kwekiri ku nnyanja. Bagamba n'abantu baffe nti buli ayagala okuvuba mukene aweeyo emitwalo 45 mu luvannyuma lwa wiiki. Kyokka ate ng'amaato baagaasa dda n'obutimba ne babutwala. Twandibadde tusaba minisita wekikwatako akomyewo wansi beetwale. Abantu beewasi baali beetwala ng'ate ebyenvuba biri bulungi naye kati ate bateekako amagye ebyenvuba byayonoonekera ddala.
Ensuring the enforcement of human rights by all entities. We are usually at the receiving end. Everything happens out there in the community, and then it is when you report that we are able to take action. So this is a call on you not to die in silence. Reach out for help, get your matters to reach the justice system, and then you will be helped. While inspecting the stalls, I met a group of women from Bussi who voiced their concerns about the fact that they were not receiving justice in time. They were suffering hardship in accessing the court because the court is so far away in Entebbe that serves them, and yet they have to cross from the island to come here. I bring you good news that the judiciary has recently gazetted Bussi as a court. And I was a part of a team that went to Bussi to inspect the sites and find out possible sites for the construction of a court. And indeed the sub-county leadership committed land for the construction of court, of a prison, of police, and facilities for the DPP's office in the interim, but also for the long run. So the plans are underway, and I would like to thank top management for that commitment. The rest of the process is being undertaken at a higher level, and soon I am confident that justice will be easier for the people at Bussi, and you will be able to access court at the island. The governor noted a lot of human rights issues, including the abuse of office, child labor, land grabbing, among others. I would like to assure you that as the court, we are doing our best in ensuring that these issues are solved. Governor, some of these issues you called for answers by the end of this sitting. My assurance to you is that the message is well received. I will forward it to the higher levels where they need to be, where action needs to be taken. We are aware, we've also been informed that there are several laws that have been put in place to ensure the enforcement of human rights. The police is doing a great job with that. They ensure that the law is observed and those lawbreakers are brought to the justice system. But even as court, we are committed to ensuring that justice is observed. Mention was made of several laws such as the Domestic Violence Act and several others. But I'd also like to emphasize that the Human Rights Enforcement Act was enacted to ensure a greater and better observance of human rights beyond what was in the Constitution. That is not to say that the Constitution doesn't provide for it, but it now gives even greater jurisdiction to lower courts to ensure the enforcement of human rights. And they are so crucial that it says time is of the essence. These are not ordinary matters. Matters of violation are treated with such importance that everyone puts aside everything that they have to do and observes and ensures that human rights are observed. Women, we have a great role in human rights observation. You notice that most violations actually happen to women. Women are the face of poverty in this country. Women are the face of domestic violence. Women are the face of everything. So each one of us has a right to support women, has a duty to support women, to ensure that human rights are observed. The right to food, the right to shelter. You'll notice that in most communities and most of our societies, it's women that are engaged in ensuring that the family has food. It's women that are engaged in tilling the land. It's women that are engaged in providing shelter. In other communities, it's the men who don't underplay a role, but we are saying that the women must be supported at all times. Men, I notice, also suffer domestic violence, even though, like I said, women are the face of it, because most of the cases of violence by men are not reported. I have read the status report for human rights 2023 for Wakiso, and part of that is that men are not reporting domestic violence cases as they should be, and yet a lot of you, our dear men, are suffering in silence. Please come out. Today especially, we have a whole team out there to help you find your way to court and be assisted. Global warming and climate change has become an issue of concern. What we are suffering now is not normal. And that is also a human rights violation, by the way. That is a violation of my right to a clean and healthy environment. Every time you cut a tree, every time you do random wanton activities against the environment, you violate somebody's right to a clean and healthy environment. And so each one of us is being called upon to participate in combating global warming and climate change.